Coverage of the Eastern Maine Tournament continues now with the boys' Class C semifinal game between the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the Calais Blue Devils. Now let's join Joe Gould, Bob Leahy, and Bill McManus.
From the Bangor Auditorium, this is Joe Gould along with Bob Leahy as we go into Class C now, Bob. And the high-flying Foxcroft Academy Ponies, number 3 team in Eastern Maine, facing the ever-potent Calais team, who is undefeated on the season.
Should be a great matchup, Joe. Calais is going to have to contend with Mr. Dean Smith, who had an excellent game in the quarterfinals against Mananoquahook. 43 points, put on quite a show here in the auditorium. And on the other side, Calais Blue Devils has a lot of depth, a lot of balance, real good shooters, and they've got a strong bench. So it's going to be an interesting matchup for Coach Kyle Parker from Foxcroft Academy and also Arnie Clark from the Calais Blue Devils side.
I checked with Coach Clark prior to this game so I could find out if there was any outstanding injuries. I had heard that Bobby Campbell had a knee problem or an ankle problem. He said that was not Campbell, it was Smith. So Smith may not be going at full tilt. Sheridan Smith, one of the guards. We can go back to the quarterfinal game and talk about the great single performance by Dean Smith. And a lot of people were very, very impressed by that. I think one of the comments that I had, one of the local sportscasters wanted to interview Smith after the game. Kyle Parker would not let him. And I'm inclined to agree with Parker because Parker's attitude was, hey, if you interview him, how about the other 4 guys on the floor? What are they going to think, you know?
Right, and that goes along with Kyle's philosophy. He's strictly a team-oriented coach, and certainly by not granting the interview, he was not disrupting his team, nor is he disrupting the other players. Looking at Dean Smith's 43 points, there was a span there of 12 minutes and 6 seconds where he scored 31 of 35 points, 19 consecutive points for Foxcroft Academy. So he was really on fire during the course of that game. But on the other hand, the Calais Blue Devils were here last year. We knew they would be back. They have great depth in their shooting game. They got tremendous shooters in Lehman and Campbell and Clark. And I thought a key to the game in the quarterfinals was Olson coming off the bench early in the game. He got 6 big points to give him a lift early in the game against that tremendous effort by the Fort Fairfield Tigers.
And now let's go down the floor to Bill McManus.
Thank you very much, Joe. And with me I have Jack Turtelot, the former Old Town High School girls varsity basketball coach, now down at Waterville. Jack, thanks for coming down here.
Well, Bill, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Listen, quick thing. Notice the difference. You and I were talking about Central Maine basketball and Eastern Maine basketball. You've had the opportunity to coach girls at Old Town, and now you're down at Waterville. I'm not trying to ask you, Jack, which one is better, because that's not a fair question, but is there a difference between Central Maine, Eastern Maine, and Western Maine basketball?
Oh, I think there's a definite difference, Bill. I think the overall quality of basketball is better in the Eastern Maine versus the Central Maine area, girls-wise. I think the girls up here are a little better players overall. Now, there are some teams that are better. I think the Waterville girls team, obviously, has some great talent. But in general, overall, the quality of basketball is better in the East than it is in Central Maine right now. But those things run in cycles.
Jack, what do you think is going to happen now? One of the new rules coming in effect in high school basketball for girls next year, the small ball. Your opinion on what that's going to make a difference for the girls in their shooting, scoring?
Oh, I think it can only be great for girls basketball. Talking to the college girls who have used it now for over a year, they love it. And there's a very little adjustment, really, and it can only be a benefit to the girls, Bill. It's going to make our game a lot better. It's going to make the kids with small hands better players, and I think it's a change that's needed. Paul Pooler, our AD, is one of the people who was instrumental in pushing that, you know, and I really think it's better for the girls' game.
Jack, yourself, you're a well-respected coach in Eastern Maine at Old Town, always a gentleman on the floor and off the floor. The bench decorum rule, that doesn't affect you very much at all.
No, it hasn't affected me. I think there are situations when you'd like to get up and yell, but I think overall it's made people better coaches because they've had to do it in the gym. But, you know, I think it's an individual preference. Personally, I like to get up and yell, but the rule has not affected the style, and overall I think it's been better.
Jack, the Waterville Panthers are going to be going in seeded #1 in Class A. What do you look for your team?
Well, we had a real key injury. Ray Willette, our leading scorer, second leading rebound, broke a kneecap. She's out for the season, which is going to hurt us a little bit. But when you get in this Eastern Maine tournament, teams like Caribou, Presque Isle, and Coney are all going to be very, very strong. And Bill, over the years, a 1-8 upset's not unheard of. We went in one year and got beat. So, you know, I was 18-0, and you got to play those things one at a time. I'll tell you what, though, I'm scared to death.
That'll be the way. Listen, Bob Leahy wants to make a comment. The comment's going to be that purple and yellow do not go together, so you've got the old tradition of having the Old Town colors in Waterville, so you know he's up there laughing anyway.
Bob's a great guy. You know, he's one of the best ADs in the state. He's a super person to work for, and I have a lot of respect for him. And having lived in Old Town for 16 years, you miss those friendships sometimes, Bill.
Jack, best of luck to you, and thank you for coming here at halftime.
Bill, thanks for having me.
Joe?
Thank you very much. Another thing I want to lay to rest, two things, Bob. Blake Smith and Dean Smith are not brothers. They are not related, so we'll put that to rest early. I heard an interesting comment coming over in the radio about the indicator that one was official over the other. It is not.
I didn't think so. I heard that comment as well, and they should be both official.
Well, matter of fact, I stopped the car and got out and looked around. I couldn't believe it. I said, I heard that. But what it is, the top indicator has had problems with the plug where the light has gone out, so that's why they had the backup. But certainly they're going to point them both ways to indicate which team would have possession of the ball. So there's two things we can lay to rest early.
Right, and it is a crucial an instrument to have in the course of a game, that mechanical piece of equipment. There's a possession indicator on your screen, because that indicates on a held ball which way the ball will be going. So they better make sure that they have those synchronized.
I think another thing, too, we talked about Dean Smith's great performance. There's no question. He missed about 7 or 8 shots in the first of the game, and then he just was on fire. Everything he did was just superlative. But then you wonder, as you get into the semifinal round, you're up against a ball club that primarily have 5 guards, guys that can shoot, and they love to shoot, they love to run. And then you wonder, does Dean Smith have to come up with another performance, or how about the other 4 guys? How do you think it's affecting his teammates with his great performance?
Well, I think with all great scorers, I know Dean Smith, and having watched him play over the last 2 or 3 years, he's not only a scorer, he's a good team man. It just so happened the other day in that quarterfinal round, he just had excellent opportunities. And you noticed that he got in and as you mentioned, got in a scoring slump early in the game, but came out of it. And also, he made some excellent passes and was also working very difficult, very tough on the board. So I consider Dean Smith to be a team man, not a one-man show.
And on the other hand, too, the Hodgson team has a great basketball player in Matt Oliver, and we'll see him tonight. But before we'll see Matt tonight, we'll be back in just a moment. A nice crowd on hand this afternoon, Bob, for this C semifinal game. Tonight we'll be back with a couple more. Will be an interesting matchup. The John Babs Crusaders of Bangor getting by Searsport, and they'll square off with Hodgson, who had to be, I feel, one of the most impressive basketball teams I've seen.
Right, we just saw on the screne some of Ani's Armies over there. I was down at the hot dog stand before the game, and there was a crowd of them. There they are. There's our camera work, and they have the shirts on Ani's Army. Ani, of course, Arnold Clark, the coach of the Calais Blue Devils. And on the back of those shirts, so some of those shirts are the starters for with their numbers and their names for these Calais Blue Devils. I think Coach Parker would like to see a little more balanced scoring. Calais had balanced scoring in the first game, as Smith had 13, Campbell had 11, Clark had 14, and Lehman had 21. So they had the balance, and I think Kyle Parker of Foxcroft would like to see that as well. Now for the starting lineups, we go to the public address announcer, Mr. Norris Nickerson.
Foxcroft Academy. First, the starters. Number 32, Dean Smith. Number 44, Jeff Merrill. Number 40, Steve Nicholas. Number 12, David Sweeney. And number 23, Blake Smith. Now the remainder of the team, number 10, Tony King. Number 22, Glenn Annis. Number 42, Will Hartzell. Number 24, Corey Graham. Number 34, Keith Llewellyn. Number 30, David Wheaton. Number 14, Jason Bjork. Managers for Foxcroft are Penny Erickson, Kelly Peabody, and Brenda Copeland. Coach for Foxcroft Academy is Carl Parker. For the home team, Calais High School. First the starters, number 30, Ed Lehman. Number 14, Bob Campbell. Number 22, Joey Clark. Number 24, John Delmonico. Number 12, Sheridan Smith. Now the remainder of the team, number 44, Jared Olson. Number 10, Sean Egan. Number 32, Rand Maker. Number 40, Tom Cole. Number 20, Mike Sherrod. Number 34, Scott Merrifield. Number 11, David Roussel. Number 21, Mike Mulholland. Number 42, Matt Pickering. Number 4, John Newell. Managers for Calais are Tom Webster and Derek Gibson. Coach for Calais is Arnold Clark. The officials for this afternoon's ball game are Mr. Anderson and Mr. Thurston.
See both officials now on the getting ready for this game, as Mike Thurston, who has been quite busy, along with our other good friend, ex-soccer star at Gorham, Bruce Anderson.
Big Bruce from Brewer, Maine. Going to do the game with Mike Thurston. One of the things we want to look out for early, Joe, is just what Foxcroft is going to do with the Calais Blue Devils. I suspect they'll start man-to-man and make Clark and Campbell and Lehman really earn their points today. We may see Rand Maker, too, if Dean Smith begins to heat up. We may see Rand Maker come in there and try to put the clamps on him.
So as we get ready now for the semifinal C action, the tip long goes to Bobby Campbell of Calais. Quickly passes inside, and a move up by Lehman. He misses the shot.
Tough chance.
Has the rebound.
He had a tough chance going on the baseline, and he used the basket to protect himself, but just came up short.
Sweeney with the ball for Foxcroft Academy. Off to Dean Smith. Campbell's after him. Now tipped away, picked off by Bobby Campbell of Calais. He starts down with it. He's only a junior. Going down toward the paint, takes a pop shot off the glass, no good, and the first foul is going to be called the game. And it appears it's going to be on Foxcroft Academy, number 23, and that would be Blaine Smith.
Right, excuse me, Joe. Both teams starting out man-to-man as we expected. Here's a replay. Here comes Campbell down the lane. There's Blake Smith, just moves under, and Campbell picks up the two-shot opportunity.
We noticed in last night's games and yesterday afternoon game, a lot of the kids now trying to get away from that player control foul, so they're kind of a hang time but a glide to either side.
Right, they're trying to avoid the contact.
So two foul shots by Calais. They strike first, and full court pressure now by this Calais team as Sweeney brings down for Foxcroft off to Dean Smith. Dean Smith turns back, goes to Sweeney, fakes in time to Dean Smith, and he puts it on.
Nice pass by Sweeney. He's kind of an unsung hero for this Foxcroft team because he makes them go. And he did an excellent job in the quarterfinals.
Lehman now goes the lane, left-handed shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Great follow by Eddie Lehman as he followed his miss, puts it back in and make it 4-2 Calais.
Dean Smith with the ball, starts the lane, the ball's knocked away, and they're going to call a foul on Joey Clark of the Calais Blue Devils.
Right, and it appears in the early going that everybody from Calais is cognizant of where Smith is. That time he got by Campbell, and little Clark reached in to try to help his teammate out and was whistled for the foul.
So inbounding will be Sweeney off to Dean Smith. Now to the right side to Nicholas. His shot is no good. Rebound comes back. He goes for it. Picked off by Dean Smith, and he hits.
He's got the rhythm again, Joe. That was very, very effortlessly done by Dean Smith from about 20 feet.
Clark with the ball for Callis. Backs it in. Now top goes to Sheridan Smith. His long shot is good. And this is exactly what they can do. They're outside perimeter good shooters.
Very good shooters.
Dean Smith brings down with a pair on him. Outside to Sweeney. Sweeney swings the ball to the left. Now comes in Pat Wade. Knocked away by quick hands of Sheridan Smith. It's going to be a gallop to the basket. And Sweeney did not let the Sheridan Smith have the shot.
Right, Sheridan was going in all alone, solo. Sweeney got picked clean. Here he comes. Now watch Sweeney. He's not going to let him get the ball. He has his hand on the ball. Foul look from here, a little bit more flagrant than that from the first shot, but he had his hand right on the basketball and across the arms.
He'll get a pair, and the first one's good. And this is the type of team that Callis is. They can heat up fast. They get some great perimeter shooters. Second shot up, and he hits a pair. And Callis leads by a score of 8-4, and they're in a full-court press.
Arnie Clark's got to be delighted with the way this game is starting out for his Callis Blue Devils, because they're shooting the ball good, and now they make another steal.
What about the pass off to Smith? He can't control it, goes out of bounds, but the idea was there.
Excellent effort by Lehman on the steal, and he saw a streaking Smith going to the basket, but just overpassed it.
Dean Smith in the backcourt will bring down. They've got him working now. Sweeney. Foul from Callis in the backcourt. Pass goes inside of Nicholas. Nicholas is being fouled, and he misses a shot.
Great penetration that time by Sweeney, and the Blake Smith and Nicholas have been standing on the post down there, and Sweeney was able to, here comes Sweeney into the forecourt, crossover dribble, left-handed, goes up, looks like a shot, but there he finds his teammate underneath the basket, Nicholas, and Nicholas is fouled. Excellent penetration. That's what a penetrating guard can do. He becomes a double threat to shoot the basketball and pass it off.
Steve Nicholas hits the first of two. 8-5 the score. 5:52 left in first quarter action. Semifinals here in Class C at the Bonneville Auditorium. Second shot up in the 6. Sheridan Smith in the backcourt. Off to Bobby Campbell. Whips a pass over to Lehman. Lehman stops the lane. Left-handed pop around. It's in.
Callis didn't waste any time against the 2-2-1 zone press of Foxcroft. They didn't get back, and Lehman comes up with a 12-footer.
Campbell goes for the steal, doesn't get it, and there's a collision as Nicholas goes down, and the foul is on Lehman.
It looked like a very, very bad foul, but Nicholas made an excellent play. What you teach kids all the time is come to meet the basketball, and he did that time, and Lehman could not avoid him. Excellent play by Nicholas to pick up the foul.
Sweeney in the backcourt to Nicholas. Now he gets it into the midcourt area. Passes inside, intended for Merrill, and it gets out of bounds.
Good man-to-man pressure now. Little Sweeney, David Sweeney is, we got a substitution. Is that King, Joe, coming in the game?
That's the only one I think they substituted in the last game is Tony King. So the height goes out, and looks like he was limping a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
The small man comes in, but he's good. Pass, controlled by Lehman. Lehman goes to the basket, takes a left-handed pop shot off the lid, no good. Rebound to Sheridan Smith as it backs up.
Rebound. Looked like he took a couple of steps to get his pivot. Watch his pivot foot here, Joe. There's Smith. Catches that. Was that good? The pivot foot, and he's number 44. That, of course, is Merrill on the foul for Foxcroft Academy. 12-6 to score. 5:18. I still think that Callis is taking the ball to the basket with reckless abandon. They seem to be under control when they get into the paint area, and they're converting all of their opportunities in that area.
So Kyle Parker calls a timeout as his team trails by 6 to talk things over. You can see the efforts by Foxcroft Academy to move the ball around to let everybody touch it. But it may come back to the fact again that Dean Smith may have to be the man to to pull them up even here, because so far Cal is playing a very fine team concept game.
Right. Foxcroft started out with a 2-2-1 full court zone press, and I think the object of that was to slow Calais down. But what Calais has done is gone 2 passes, and all of their second pass is ending up in the front court, and they're creating 2-on-3, 2-on-1, and 3-on-2 opportunities to take the ball to the basket. And I know Coach Parker doesn't want that, because Calais is too dangerous doing that.
So Sheridan Smith goes on the line for a possible 3-pointer. 12-6 to score. He's a left-handed player like Lehman. Takes his time. The pop is off the lid. No good. Rebound comes around. He picks it off himself. And goes back outside to Bobby Campbell. Campbell's a good outside shooter as well. So Calais has got some triggers. And there's a pop by Campbell up around and in.
Nice roll that time by Campbell. Good soft shot.
And the pressure is put on in the backcourt as Sweeney comes down from Foxcroft Academy with the ball. Still in the dribble now to Dean Smith. He's going to have to start heating up because they're down by 8 right now. Now it goes inside. The turn shot by Merrill is no good. But he draws a foul.
All right, fouls on Delmonico that time. Merrill drew the foul. Nice pass in there by Smith. That time Sweeney brought the ball over half court, passed it off to Smith. And Sheridan Smith, who was guarding Sweeney, now see the 2 men on the ball right there. There's Campbell and Sheridan Smith all over Dean Smith. Merrill gets the ball in the post and turns around, fouled by Delmonico. But they let David Sweeney, after he passed the basketball to Dean Smith, just float wherever he wanted to go.
Similar to what Tim Scott was doing
Yes.
yesterday's Ellsworth Dexter game. So Jeff Merrill is senior, 6'4". On the line for the second shot. It's up and it's good. 14-7 the score. Full court pressure. Campbell rifles a long pass toward Joey Clark. He goes up and in.
That's what I mentioned, Joe. You see, it was 1 pass inbounds, and then the second pass is about 3/4 the length of the court for the layup.
King with the ball on the left-hand dribble. Now turns, and there's white shirts around him. Off to Sweeney. Sweeney turns. Looking inside, still looking. That comes in. Nice pass goes inside to Merrill, and he misses a layup taken off by King. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we'll see whose ball it will be. It'll be Foxcroft Academy.
Excuse me, Foxcroft ball off Calais.
So King was able to get in there as Merrill missed an easy shot. Now Dean Smith through the legs trying to get open. Off to Blaine. Blaine fires. No good. Rebound. There's King again with another offensive rebound. He's being hemmed in. Tries to get it out, but the white shirts are there. And Delmonico picks it off. Well, it seemed like what Rockland did last night, Calais is doing this afternoon. Nice move by Lehman. Shot up. No good. Sheridan Smith there for the rebound. Puts it up. It's no good. And finally, Dean Smith takes the rebound, but Delmonico is fouling him.
All right, nice, big, strong rebound by Dean Smith in that action. Lehman went to the glass real strong. We're going to see the end of that. There's Sheridan Smith on the rebound. He goes back up. He misses. Here comes Dean Smith, grabs it, and Delmonico fouls. And now we're going to get a first look at Jared Olson, the big 6'8" sophomore from Calais, as he comes in with 3:53 left to go in the opening period. Calais ahead 16-7.
As the 6'8" player now comes in, watching Andy Clark, who was standing up with 3 other players, then all of a sudden he realized where he was and he pulled him down. That's the first rebound by Olson, a very strong rebound. He doesn't have to go too high, does he? 6'8".
He's almost there.
So we'll see if he gets in the flow of things. Delmonico is out, and there's going to be a foul call on Sweeney, and Bobby Campbell will go to the line.
Pretty good position by Sweeney, but Bobby Campbell just had that extra ball handling ability to cause the foul. Sweeney picks up his second foul. Coach Cal Parker with his foul.
They'll inbound it. I'm sorry, that's not the 15th foul. Now it goes into Olson. He's going to turn the lane. No one's going to block that. The shot is missed, but there's going to be a foul call on Lehman of Calais.
All right, fouls on Lehman. Dean Smith, again, excellent position, defensive position on the boards. Went up strong, came down, and was fouled.
16-7 the score. 3:39 first quarter action.
There's a shot by Olson. There's Sheridan Smith, and there's Dean Smith.
So Dean will go to the line now to try to get his ball club a little bit closer. The foul shot is good, 16-8. So 8 points down now, as Calais has put on a good shooting show early, as the Academy trying to work their way back in. 16-9. Full court pressure.
Campbell now bounces it up. Goes to Lehman. Back to Campbell. Full court now. Or half court, I should say, man-to-man. There goes Joey Clark toward the glass, and he hits.
Joey Clark uses the glass very effectively, the best I've seen so far in the tournament. Whenever he's on the side of the basket, 45-degree angle, he banks it in.
Dean Smith through the legs. Now the ball knocks the leg, is out of bounds, goes the other way as he couldn't control it.
Good strategy by Callis right now, trying to double on Dean Smith whenever he's in the scoring area.
Lehman turns. Lehman starts right down. He's going to take the pop left-handed shot. It's no good. Rebound hammered around. And it's knocked out by Olson of Callis, so Foxcroft will put in place. Check that, I'm sorry.
Now Callis going to get it back. Olson's going to take it out.
Now Lehman back outside to Campbell. 3:01 left here in first quarter action. 18-9 the score. Callis leading over Foxcroft Academy. A long outside shot by Clark is no good. Dean Smith comes off of the rebound. He starts down with it.
Foxcroft may consider a zone defense, Joe, early here in the second quarter.
Nicholas, Sweeney's pass goes to King a little bit high, but he tracks it down the corner and passes it, but knocked out by Campbell of Callis.
Maybe even late in the first quarter, but maybe in the second quarter to try to stem the penetration by Callis.
Callis will send in another substitute. This is number 10, Sean Egan. Pass goes way outside to King. King at the foul line, knocked away by Campbell. Tip going down toward Egan. Egan goes to the glass. It's no good. Rebound strong by Dean Smith, and he's fouled by Egan.
All right, I think we got 1-1. Is that a foul?
No, I guess not. I thought it was. Maybe he must have knocked it out of bounds. Now in the middle. And the turn and put up by Merrill is good, but he was traveling.
Right idea. They passed the ball into the post to Merrill to attack Jared Olson, and he just took a step.
So Callis having it pretty much their way here in the first quarter of action. They are undefeated. Clark to the foul line. Clark stops, pumps off the front, no good. Rebound strong in there by Nicholas, and he gets off to Dean Smith. Smith down with it. Clark after him to the left side, down the lane, and he travels.
Excellent defense again. That time Joey Clark all over Dean Smith, and he forced the turnover as he was trying to make the pass to a cutting King under the basket.
Campbell now lead pass to Clark. Olson was open for a moment, but he didn't get him the ball. Now Campbell outside to Clark. Looks inside. Now to Lehman. Lehman fakes, and they're going to call him for traveling.
All right, that's a good call. He just picked up his pivot foot. Needed to put the ball on the floor after his head fake.
Sweeney. Back to Smith. Back to Sweeney. Comes down over the mid-stripe. Looking for some offense here. Something to happen. Nicholas. Now Sweeney. Inside, low post to Smith. Up, no good. Chip up, no good. Fight for it. Knocks it away. Nice rebound taken off. They're going to call a foul on Smith.
Now we got a foul. No basket.
The thing about Smith is, Bob, I think he's playing very much under control. He's missing some shots, but he's playing under control.
No question. There it is. Watch Dean Smith. Watch him go for the tip. He misses the tip. He goes back in. There's Olson with the rebound. There's the reach in by Dean Smith. No one heard the whistle, and Merrill picked up that loose ball, laid it in, but the basket was no good. Foul was on Dean Smith.
So Jared Olson, 6'8" sophomore, pops the first one. Line shot right back to the cutoff man, Merrill. Now it goes to Sweeney. Sweeney's going to fake the shot. He had it but didn't take it. Now it goes in the corner to King. He'll take a long ball. It's no good. Rebound strong by Dean Smith, and he puts it in.
Nice play right there for Jeff Merrill to let that ball go and let Dean Smith get it. Here's the press again.
18-11 the score. 1:01 left first quarter action. Clark. Now to Campbell on the right side. Starts toward the middle. Bounce pass to Clark. Fakes. Goes in. Takes the pop shot. Round. No good. Rebound tipped around. And picked off by Nicholas of Foxcroft Academy. And he brings down. Off to Sweeney. Looks up at the clock. Find how much time there is left here in first quarter action. Dean Smith out deep. Off to Sweeney. Inside to Merrill, and Merrill puts it in.
Great pass that time by the guard. Timeout being called by Callis Blue Devils. 9 o'clock. Kyle Parker up, stalling his team. One thing I've noticed too, Joe, and just picked it up, they're using the zone pressure, is Foxcroft Academy, and they're going back into a man-to-man. That's very difficult to do. It's not bad when you do it against a team who is a very disciplined offensive team, but when you do it against a team like Calais, who as soon as they get in the front court, their first thought is to go to the basket, it's very difficult to go from zone pressure back into a man-to-man half-court game. That's very, very difficult to do. And I think early on, Foxcroft was really struggling with that because the ball would come in the front court and there would be Calais taking it to the basket.
So it's a good team effort by Foxcroft Academy to pull within 5 now. 28 seconds left. Kind of a peculiar timeout, I'd say, with 28 seconds, but Ernie Clark is the coach.
I think he probably wanted to stop that momentum that Foxcroft, and we saw it the other night, Dean Smith can score in a hurry.
So another rule change this year. There are 4 timeouts you can use successively, in succession, I should say, if you need be. And only 4, as it used to be 5. Sheridan Smith with a long outside ball. No good. Rebound tip. Goes in the corner, and hustling for it is Dean Smith. And it goes out of bounds, and Calais will put in play.
Good hustle. Just went off his fingertips. Calais gets the ball back with 13 seconds on the clock. 18-13 to score.
Campbell turns, wheels in the lane, stops. He's going to take the right-handed pop, and the basket's no good. There's going to be a foul called on King.
There's a decided height advantage there by Campbell and King. Tony King 5'8", and Bobby Campbell is 5'11", and he just went right over the top of them with that jump shot.
So Bobby Clark goes to the line, and the pop is up and good. Clark is a junior, Campbell, is a junior, along with Joey Clark. Status for this Calais team, and a pair makes it 20-13 with 8 seconds left. Sweeney comes down, pass goes to King, fakes, takes the pop, it's good.
Big basket by Tony King, excellent pass by David Sweeney, and with that score, Calais 20, Foxcroft 15. We will be back in just a moment.
There's a way in which
you're watching high school basketball tournament action on the stations of the Maine Public Broadcasting Network, a service of the University of Maine.
Foxcroft will have the opportunity to inbound it here as we start the second quarter. 20-15, the score, Calais leading. And as a pass, it was knocked out of bounds, and neither official saw it, so we'll see what's going to happen here. There's going to be a little conference. It's going to be interesting to find out what happens.
Right. Okay. Bruce Anderson administered the throw-in opposite from where the ball is now. Mike Thurston was in the corner. Neither official really saw it, so they conferred, which was excellent.
And there's going to be a foul call, let's see, I think on Campbell, or will it be on Dean Smith?
I think it's on Dean Smith on a push-off.
Dean wanted a little leverage, and he pushed Campbell off, and so we'll go down the other way.
But that was excellent by conferring on that call with Bruce Anderson and Mike Thurston. Rather than having one guy singly call it, they conferred and gave the ball back to Foxcroft.
Shot by Campbell, no good. Rebound strong by Dean Smith at Foxcroft Academy. 20-15, the score remains the same in second quarter action. Smith at the baseline. Smith's going to go all the way up, around, and in.
Oh, what a shot, what a play. Little hesitation dribble, then he went by Jared Olson and threw it back left-handed. Excellent play.
Right by a 6'8 center. 2017 now as Foxcroft is drawn back in this game. Right side to Lehman. Lehman goes the baseline, looks inside to Olson. There's Olson with a pop, no good off the lid. And another strong rebound. I think you have to look at Dean Smith rebounding as well.
Oh, yes, he's an all-around player. And then that time, Foxcroft was in their zone defense. Nice rebound.
Sweeney, and he puts it in.
1-point game now, Joe. Foxcroft right back in this. Excellent effort here early in the second period.
Goes the corner to Lehman. Lehman being hemmed in now. Comes out by Stolen. And the pass is going to go to King. He's turning around. He doesn't understand what's going on, I guess. He
thought the whistle had blown, and he stopped. He may have had a layup.
Long shot off the front of the lid. No good by Nicholas. So King was confused, and he did have a layup. I think that's almost like an interception. Go, go for the touchdown. Joey Clark on the left side, skips the pass way across to Campbell. Now he's going to take the jump shot pop. It's off the lid, no good. And a rebound by Dean Smith.
He has been immense on the backboard. Defensive glass, Dean Smith.
Pass inside. Clark next interception as he closed up the paint. Now a long pass goes to Sheridan Smith. Sheridan Smith's going to go, and the shot is no good. Tip up around by Olson, and there's going to be a foul call. Let's see who they're going to call on. Dean Smith went down. I think it might be on Lehman.
I think so, too. Lehman's expression. There's Sheridan Smith on the replay. Olson and Dean Smith going hard for the basketball. There's Dean Smith with the position, and it's Lehman on the back. He's blocked out of our picture, and that's his third foul. Good call that time, Joe. I didn't see that, but that's his third foul. But we didn't see him in the picture, and he was behind Dean Smith. All we could see was Olson's long arms and legs.
So Delmonico comes back in as Lehman is forced to move out with 3 personal fouls. So that could be a big factor for this Foxcroft team. Dean Smith's up and good.
Eddie Lehman's a very explosive offensive player, and they look to him in key situations. And with him on the bench, Foxcroft may be able to continue this run. They may go ahead with this free throw.
Dean Smith's second shot is good. You have to be impressed with this young man. His calm, his cool. He can do a lot of things. His rebounding has been real strong. Long shot by Clark, and he rings it. Nice outside shot.
Dean Smith's really given his team a nice big lift, especially on the defensive glass.
And all the players for Foxcroft have kind of meshed together now to help out and see what they can't do as a team effort. There's Merrill again with a nice pop. It's no good. Nicholas, I should say. He's number 40. The ball gets knocked out by Campbell.
Right, and it's Foxcroft ball underneath the basket. They're going to get another shot at it here.
You can see the Calais boys are getting quite upset on some of the calls. Long shot by Dean Smith. Bang.
And that's the story of Dean Smith. When you need him, he's there, Joe. And that's what makes him such a great player for this team.
23-22. Clark gets Merrill sky high, and Merrill foul.
Excellent head and shoulder fake by Joey Clark as he went up for the shot, and Merrill came storming down on him. Got to stay on your feet when you see. You got to make sure that ball's released. There it is, right there. Excellent fake. Great camera work. And there's Jeff Merrill all over Joey Clark as he's going for 2.
So Joey Clark goes to the line for 1-1. The pop is up, and it's good. And Egan will come back in for Calais. And leaving will be Sheridan Smith. He's had either knee or ankle problems, so probably Yanni Clark wants to give him a breather right here. With 5:33 left, a pair by Joey Clark, and Calais draws the lead again, 24-23.
We can't say enough about this young man with the basketball, David Sweeney. He has really handled himself very, very well. He got off to a slow start today, but he's really making the passes where they should be.
Pass goes to Nicholas. Nice lead pass to King. Good fake pass to 6'8" man, but Egan was there to knock the ball away, and they're going to call a foul on Campbell. And Andy Clark came right out of his seat.
He's right over backwards on his seat. Oh, there he is. Okay. I thought he was on the floor.
He went up and almost over, about a 2.8 degree of difficulty.
Excellent play by Tony King, though, as he got Jared Olson in the air, but he was so surprised when he got by him. He overthrew the shot, and Smith came up with a rebound, was fouled by Campbell.
5'8" goes past 6'8".
Only so far.
All right. Looked like that Olson could have put out a long arm, but good defensive play by Egan. As Dean Smith slowly but surely chipping away with another high total that he had the other game. Nice move by Clark. There's Olson. A block in the side. Olson gets it again and puts it in. I think Dean Smith got that block.
Yeah, the first one he got a piece off, but Olson stayed right with it and got it back in off the glass.
So the shootout, the OK Corral here, 26-25. Calais draws it back, and they're going to call a foul on Clark. And he is messing with T territory when he a little bit upset. But this is what I'm saying right now. The Calais players seem to be getting upset on each call.
Right, they're getting a little bit out of control out there. And what's happening right now, here's the play. Here comes Tony King. There's a bump right there by Clark that wasn't called. Then he comes in again and he reaches behind, gets him with his shoulder.
So I guess he has nothing to defend himself.
1 out of 2. I mean,
right. King's shot is up and good.
But what's happened, Joe, I want to make a point. What's happening now is Foxcroft is being able to beat the pressure and take the ball to the basket like Calais did early. So they give him a taste of their own medicine right now.
A nice shot, a pair by Tony King, making it 27-26. Foxcroft leading. King puts the pressure now on Bobby Campbell. Campbell through the legs, starts down to the middle, stop, bounce past Joey Clark, outside bomb, it's up, it's no good. Rebound tip that goes out of bounds. And they say
Egan, I think.
Egan is fouling again.
Egan was on the weak side rebound and just too small.
And he gets a tee to top that off. So this is the frustration that they're pulling out.
Exactly.
So we're going to get a 1-1 plus a technical for a possible 3, then the ball out of bounds.
And the ball.
There's a 5-point possibility right here, a 5-point swing as Maker comes back in.
Right, Dan Maker entering the game for Calais Blue Devils, and Egan's going out.
So Egan picked up 1 foul and 1 technical. I guess Maker hasn't been in the game, has he?
No, this is his first appearance.
So who would you send to the line? This will be the foul here.
Well, I'd send the line for the technical.
Right. That's why I think that Dean Smith came up was questioning that.
Yeah.
But right now, Steve Nicholas will have the 1-1. So there's a possibility of 5 points here. And we'll add them up as we go. The 1-1, and he missed that one, so that will nullify 2 there. Now Smith will shoot the technical, which will be a 1-shot technical. But they'll get the ball out. So they still have a possibility of a 3-point play here.
Exactly. Mike Thurston and Bruce Anderson conversing to make sure.
On the technicals, as you will note, no one lines up. And he makes 1, so now they get the ball. So that could have been disastrous for Calais, but Nicholas couldn't cash in on the 1-1. Sweeney with the ball. Looking around now. Goes to Nicholas. Nicholas outside shot is no good. Rebound by Smith. Smith's going to turn. He's jammed back by Olsen. Comes right back in the crowd. Pops it up and in.
What a tough shot. What a great defensive effort by Olsen, but Dean Smith stayed right with it, got his own block shot back, and made a turnaround in the lane.
So they have a 30-26 lead right now. Foxcroft. Black outside. Fakes. Goes toward the paint. Pops it off the glass and in.
Great bank shot by Joey Clark to bring them back to lane 2. 30-28.
4:07 remaining in the first half of action. King. Now to Smith. Another pop. And it's no good this time. Rebound goes out of bounds. It's going to be a foul call underneath.
Maybe Nicholas. Either Nicholas or Merrill.
And Delmonico will go to the line.
Here it is, Joe. There's Dean Smith. Going to take the shot from outside. It's going to be a long rebound the opposite side. And here comes Nicholas over the back, number 40. Fouling number 24, who's Delmonico for Calais, and he's going to the line.
So 1-1. Sheridan Smith back in. Maker, Olsen, and Clark surrounding Delmonico as he's on the line for 1-1. Another left-handed basketball player who's seen a lot in this tournament. Foul shot's good.
We really have. This must be the 6th young man. There's Kyle Parker. 6th player we've seen that's left-handed.
Kyle looks quite gentle from last year at Bangor High School. Huh? Foul shot is up, and when you're out at 30 with 3:59.
The bench decorum rule, I think, has helped Kyle.
And Kyle's done an excellent job this year. He's had a real superstar, and he's meshed 4 players with him.
Great play that time by Tony King again. He's given Foxcroft an excellent lift coming off the bench because now with he and Sweeney in the backcourt, it's very difficult for Calais to double up on Dean Smith. And one of those 2 people be open and take it to the basket. And now we've seen Calais getting some foul difficulty.
Foul shot by King is missed. Strong rebound by Maker. And he decides to take the 1 bounce. Leaves up to Campbell, almost right in the hands of Dean Smith. And Smith has been immense here in the first half, putting on an exhibition of how basketball should be played. Pass goes inside. Nice pass and a backup that time by Delmonico, and he puts it off the glass and in.
Excellent catch by Delmonico as he received the basketball underneath the glass and went up with a strong power layup for 2 points. 32-30. Calais regains the lead with 3:25 left to go in the first half.
Sweeney skips one across now to King. Goes inside to Blaine Smith. Blaine trying to get some direction to get in, but he can't. Now King, he stops. There's Dean Smith. Long bomb, bang.
Very good. There's that pass by King.
He has the shake of the fist like our good friend Matt Rosignol a year ago.
Right. I think he's trying to get the Foxcroft Academy fans back in the game.
32-32 the score. 2:57 left. Pass goes inside and goes off the chest of Merrill of Foxcroft and out of bounds.
Great defense, great interior defense that time by Jeff Merrill as they were trying to throw the post pass into Jared Olsen. Merrill was fronting him, 3/4 really, and just got the tip and went off his chest out of bounds.
So Maker leaves the game as Lehman comes in, and Olsen will now leave. So the original 5 for the Calais Blue Devils now in there with 2:53 left.
Right, he's back with his quick team now, Joe. We'll see if they change up the defense at all.
Calais had a 16-8 lead, but the Academy is pulled back And now they're even here in first half action. Joey Clark with another long bomb, and you just cannot leave him alone.
Excellent call because he has great shooting range from that distance.
King with the ball. Another unsung hero. Nice scoop up and in. What a play by King. Oh, I hope we get a replay on that one.
Monaco really frustrated, looking up at the clock saying, holy mackerel, what do I have to do to stop this guy? And here comes Tony King. Watch him. Little change of pace. Changes his goal from his right hand to his left hand and just reaches up and under. And there's Delmonico with a foul, and it scribbles in.
What a shot, and he caps off a three-point play. Great effort by Tony King on that shot. 35-34 as Foxcroft leads. King right with Campbell. His outside shot rims, no good. Tip up, and a foul's going to be called on Sheridan. He just shakes his head.
Right. See, Foxcroft right now is getting excellent defensive position on the boards and keeping Callis away. And the only thing Callis can do is reach over, and they've done that last 2 or 3 times down, and it's really costing them because there's 2:23 left to go in the first half. And Sheridan Smith now picks up his 3rd foul, and he goes out. Egan comes back in, but it's more importantly, it puts Foxcroft on the line with a 1-point lead.
Blaine Smith will go to the line, and the Smith boys are not related. Foul shot is up and good. They've got the same build just about, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
Dean Smith a little bit taller. As Dean came out to congratulate Blake on that foul shot. Second one up is no good. Rebound tipped nicely by Merrill. Comes back to King. Skies it up, and it's taken off by Bobby Campbell. Outlet pass now to Clark. Clark spins one inside to Egan. Egan waits till the man goes by, puts it off the glass. No good. Inside, Delmonico up. No good. Rebound, Quatford goes to the corner. Now picked up by Lehman again in traffic. Here comes Campbell with a pop shot. It's around. No good again. Rebound finally taken up by Dean Smith.
Tough break for Callis that time. They have about 4 shots show. Now Foxcroft comes down to increase their lead.
There's Dean Smith coming back to the other end, and he's going up and in.
He just drills a 20-footer, calm, cool, and collected after some tremendous effort exerted by Callis on the offensive end.
Callis just rimming the basket. Lehman turns. He's left-handed. In the lane, the pop is up. That's no good. Rebound by Campbell, a nice rebound. And he got positioned inside King. So we may be seeing more of that as Campbell is taking King inside. Probably trying to take him to school in there.
Right, here it comes again. See Campbell coming in. There's King behind him, Tony King. There's the shot by Lehman. A little forced, but look at the nice position by Campbell as he goes up and gets the rebound foul from behind by King.
So we'll have to watch that as we go along as the taller Campbell puts a foul shot in over King. So you may have to see a defensive adjustment if King starts to go inside.
Generally, Campbell's a point
excuse
guard.
me, if Campbell goes inside.
Right, Campbell's a point guard, and he's been playing outside, but we've got to see. That's a good point. We've got to watch and see whether or not he tries to take King underneath the basket.
38-36, Sweeney now loops the pass. It's taken by Dean Smith. Dean comes in with it. Starts to the lane. He's got a nice pass inside the King. Up around. No good. Rebound tip goes the corner to Smith. Puts his move up around. No good. Tip up by Merrill. No good. Huntingford. There's Smith again. Up for the goal.
Play by Dean Smith. What determination by Dean Smith to stay with the basketball. Here it is, right here. He's going to miss that one, but he's going to stay with it. Ball's going to go right to his feet to the floor. There it is. Now watch him go right behind his back, up and over. Olsen on the floor, grabbed his arm, and he's sailing out of there with 2 points.
And give the credit that time to Jeff Merrill for keeping that ball alive so Smith could put it up and put a 3-point play in. 41-36.
Big turnaround.
And if you're a Dean Smith fan, you have to be impressed with that play. Bobby Campbell now. Campbell goes to right to Joey Clark. Joey Clark fakes, goes in the lane. No good. Rebound stolen by Dean Smith again. And the tide has turned here in the second quarter for Foxcroft as they have played patient offense and defense, and now they are ahead by 5 points. Sheridan, Sweeney, I should say, back outside of Dean Smith. Takes the fake. Now pass goes to King inside. King goes up around and back to the puts it in.
So unselfish. He went up to the jump shot on the elbow. 15-footer spotted King sailing underneath the basket and gave him the ball for the layup.
Campbell's long outside shot is no good. Rebound taken off underneath, and let's see, there's going to be a foul call on 44 this time. That's Jeff Merrill of Foxcroft Academy.
And Mike Thurston stops and says something to Joey Clark. Joey must have said something, gave him a mock clap or something, because Mike generally doesn't do that. Here's Campbell on the outside shot. Look at the rebounding action in there. Right, and there's a foul. Foul's on Merrill, his 3rd, but with 31 seconds to go in the half, Kyle Proctor can afford to take him out.
So Hatzel comes in for Merrill. Hatzel is a senior. And let's see, Egan's in there, Delmonico's in there, Olson's on the line, Clark and Campbell. Pop shot by Olson, no good. Rebound strong again by Dean Smith. He is getting up in the air. 25 seconds left, 43-36 a score. As King has the ball, goes to corner to Blaine Smith. Now back to King. King starts the lane. King stops in the paint. The pop shot taken up by Hatzel, no good. The tip up and good by Blaine Smith, and it's a 45-36 lead.
Great follow by Blake Smith on that rebound.
Shot by Campbell, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Olson.
Right, and Hatzel gets a big rebound that time. And Olson was blocked out, reached over. Hatzel's going 1-on-1 with a 1 second to go on the clock. And Foxcroft up 45-36 in a real turnaround here in the second quarter.
I think another point to be made in the second quarter. I think that Calais, the players out there, just became so frustrated with the fouls, they just kept shaking their head, concerned more with officiating than they were with their own game play.
Poise and composure. We've said that many times. No basket.
No basket. But a lead here, 45-36. Foxcroft Academy over Calais, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, there was a 30-16 swing, Bob, in that quarter as the Foxcroft Academy team was trailing 20-15 at the end of the first quarter, and now they lead 45-36. And the just sterling play of Dean Smith, not only from his shooting, but his ability to pass and his great rebounding on the defensive board.
Right, if we had to single out anything that he did in the first half, my first thing was that he scored a lot of points, yes, but his value to the team on the defensive glass was just tremendous. He just was clearing everything that was missed by Calais. And then on the offensive end, thing that I like to see, and I know you do too, and our fans do, is he's a very unselfish player. And then Tony King has found himself with a basketball open more times today in that second period than I bet he has all year, because no one's guarding him, and Dean Smith's looking for him, giving the basket, and then he came up with that excellent scoop shot on the three-point play that he made in the second quarter.
And while the play was turmoil for Foxcroft in the first quarter, David Sweeney kept his composure and got the ball down, kept coming down, very unselfish. And there again, you have to make a point about a young ball player, doesn't score a lot of points, doesn't get a lot of print. But boy, when you need a guy to bring the ball down, David Sweeney is there.
Right. My term is, Joe, basketball is not an equal opportunity situation. There are role players, and David Sweeney fits that mold as a role player. He is a point guard. He makes things happen. He gets the ball where it's...
Yeah, this is a different type of work suit.
This is my work clothes. You know, I just come out of Augusta this morning. I left at noontime, and I had to get down there and want to see Calais and Foxcroft play. And actually, I'm a downeaster, and this time now I can holler. I won't holler, but I can applaud, or I can, you know, whatever I want to do, I can do.
Is there any truth to the rumor that Tony Tamro is going to run for governor?
No way, no way. We got a good governor. Governor Benn's a good governor. We got a good governor, and the people that all got the hats in the ring are all good people.
Well, Tony, I appreciate you stopping by at halftime to talk to me, and I know that the people miss you here as long as the players do also.
Well, I miss it too, and I want to say hi to my family, my wife, and my daughters, and my son. I want to say hi to them all. I'm enjoying myself. Be home tomorrow night.
Tony, thank you very much.
Thank you very kindly.
Bob?
Thank you, Bill. And with that fine interview with Tony Tamro, just a stalwart here at the tournaments, we will be back in just a moment. Class C, semifinals between Calais Blue Devils and Foxcroft Academy, and the halftime scoring looks like this for Calais. Eddie Lehman had 4, John Delmonico had 4, Sheridan Smith had 6, Bobby Campbell had 7, Joey Clark had 12, and Jared Olson had 2 points for a total of 36 for the Calais Blue Devils. On the other side of the ledger, Foxcroft Academy, Blake Smith had 3, Steve Nicholas had 4, Jeff Merrill had 3, Tony King came in and gave 10 big points off the bench in the second period, and Dean Smith had 25 big points for a total of 45 for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. 25 points, Joe, in the first half for Dean Smith, and that was just an excellent performance. Now we'll look at the team statistics as they come up on the graphic. For Foxcroft, they were 15 for 34. for 44% in the first half. Calais was 12 for 41, 29%. So their shooting was way off for Calais. Free throws, 14 for 20. Went to the line 20 times at Foxcroft and made 14 of them for 70%. 12 for 16 for Calais. Excellent free throw shooting, 75%. 6 turnovers for Foxcroft, and those came early, and then 3 for Calais for their totals.
So Dean Smith with 25 points at halftime. He had the sterling 43 points the other night, and they came back 43,
25.
25 this time.
43 the other night.
And the Foxcroft Academy team was out about 5 minutes left to go in halftime, and about 3:11 Calais came out. So Foxcroft back out and ready to go.
They are ready to go, and I don't think you'll see them doing anything differently. I think maybe they will try to have Calais will try to have Smith get the ball maybe a little bit further away from the basket than he did in the first half, and I think they'll tighten up on the loose men. They took an awful how in that first period. First it was Sweeney, and then it was King. They left wide open, and I think you'll see them maybe even go to a zone, Calais.
How serious is it at halftime? We'll say we kept on mentioning about the Calais players being a little bit apprehensive about all the calls, and they seem to be more frustrated that way than they were the gameplay. Arnie Clark would probably have to go in and say, let the referees referee, and let's get back into our game plan, because if they don't, they may be looking at I-95 or Route 9 right off.
No, that's a point well taken. When you get into this kind of a situation, and the things that you have done all year for you don't seem to be going right, you've got to make sure that you dig down deep and have some poise and composure. And I'm sure that's what Arnie Clark said. Hey, listen, let's just go out and play our game. Never mind the officials. They've got a job to do. We've got a job to do. We've got ourselves in a hole, and we've got to get out of it. And we've got to forget about the officials. They're not going to win or lose the game for us. We're going to win or lose it ourselves.
As both teams warming up here at halftime, Foxcroft Academy trail of 20-15 in the first quarter, and now have taken the lead 45-36 on the real strong play by Dean Smith, not only for scoring, but his strong rebounding on the right side. And one great play that he had underneath where he stayed with the ball, had it jammed down his throat a couple of times, and stayed with it, and made a great shot and drew a foul.
He is an excellent player, but I think our fans are seeing his versatility today more than they did in the quarterfinals, because he is also an excellent rebounder and a very good passer, and he sees the open man. And that kind of stuff, Joe, is contagious. When you see a Dean Smith make a big pass underneath the basket, then they're going to make sure that they look for him too. So it works both ways, and it's a contagious type of thing in basketball.
And it appears that Calais will handle the ball in the midcourt area to go down toward their basket as we switch the baskets.
One thing that we've got to watch for early in the third period, I think, is Calais' ability to handle this deficit, this 9-point deficit. We want to see them come out and see if they can take the ball and get back into their game plan and creep back into this basketball game. If they start to look a little panicky here early in the third quarter, they could be in some deep trouble. So that's the thing we want to take a look at.
And they have an excellent perimeter shooting ball club, so that they can start connecting. Some of the misses they were making in the second quarter can connect, and certainly we'll have a good game right down the stretch here.
Right, and Kyle Parker counters with Tony King. He's going to stay in the game after that big first half. He had 10 big points in the second quarter.
Odsell stays in the game as well for Foxcroft Academy. Bobby Campbell. Campbell stops. Now bounce pass goes to Lehman. Lehman turns. Dean Smith on him. The shot is up and good, and he draws the foul. So an excellent shot that time by Lehman.
Very good. Nice pass. Good discipline. Got Dean Smith up in the air, and Dean got him on the arm as Lehman's going to the line to complete the three-point play. So that was a good start off the half-court inbounds on a possession rule here to start the second half for Calais.
Dean Smith picks up his third foul, so that's important for Calais. The three-point attempt is good by Lehman. Now it's 45-39. So we'll see if they can keep their composure. Pass goes to Smith. Now in the backcourt goes back to Sweeney. He goes through the legs to the right side. Little French pastry. Now Smith with the ball. Campbell tips it away from him, but he still controls. Now it goes off to Sweeney inside. Nice move and turnaround by Odsell. The shot is missed, and a rebound by Smith, and he puts in his 27th point.
Right, excellent offensive rebound by Dean Smith. Stayed right with that miss and had excellent position on the defender.
Looks like, what, a 1-2-2 now that Foxcroft coming up zone.
They're probably doing this to protect Dean Smith a little bit with his third foul.
Nice rebound by Hatzel, who came in the latter part of the second period. Rebound and tipped away. And Smith can't afford a foul, but enough intimidation, and Campbell loses the ball out of bounds. So that's a great play right there.
What a headsy play by Dean Smith. He knew the ball had gotten by him, and instead of in frustration going after it, picking up his fourth foul, he just backed off, and his intimidation caused the turnover.
So Sweeney brings up against Campbell, turns to the right side. Blaine Smith all alone under the basket. Now it goes to Dean Smith, puts it up, he draws a foul from Campbell, and he'll have a two-shot foul.
The thing with Dean Smith that time, he showed another dimension to his game, and that was moving without the ball. He saw the ball penetrate to the wing, and he just made a big, strong cut to the basket and received it and was fouled.
So there he goes to the foul line right now. Dean Smith pops it up and good. 28 points. 48-39 the score. 9-point lead again. Smith goes back. Chance here to make it a 10-point lead. The pop is up and it's good. So 29 points for the young man from Foxcroft Academy. Joey Lehman. Lehman takes the shot pop and it goes in.
There's a second one for Lehman here in the third quarter, and they need that. Callis needs his scoring output.
49-41. As they are leaving Blaine Smith all by his lonesome down the left side. Sheridan goes for a steal, can't get it. Sheridan Smith. Now baseline King. King works, double pop, puts it out, pick up by Hatzel, and they're going to call him a foul.
A foul on Hatzel. He was all over the back of the Callis player, but again, there was Tony King on the baseline. He had to come in and throw up a runner, left-handed runner, because of the size differential. And Hatzel's whistle for the foul, his first here in the third period.
Foxcroft in the 1-2-2. Blaine Smith is the tall man up front. Campbell's outside shot, and they can ring it. And they can ring it in a hurry. 43-49, down by 6. Pass to King, still in the backcourt. Pressure by Clark and Lehman. Goes to Blaine Smith. Takes the dribble, gives off to Dean. Dean holds the ball, looks inside, trying to get some room, trying to back in. Now he goes to Lane, passes back outside to King, who was all alone for the pop, and he hit.
There's Tony King, missed the opportunity.
Nice play by Dean Smith to spring him open. As it comes down now, a long shot by Campbell is good, 45-51.
Shooting percentages now starting to pick up for Callis, Joe, and that outside shooting you alluded to.
Dean Smith turns. Now comes down partway, stops, scoops it back outside to Sweeney. Now it goes in the corner to King. Nice fake, takes the pop shot up, and it's no good. Rebound strong by Lehman. As Campbell comes down with the ball. Campbell with it on the right side, looking around. Now it goes to Lehman, fakes. He comes partway back. Now he goes to baseline, takes the one pop, no good. Rebound strong by Blake Smith underneath of Foxcroft Academy. Sweeney tracks down a loose ball. Now pass goes in front of Hatzel. Hatzel back outside of Sweeney. Top goes to Dean Smith off the front of the lip, no good. Rebound underneath, and it's going to be a jump ball. And it'll be Foxcroft Academy's ball.
A little out of his range that time with Dean Smith. You could tell just on his release he had to force a little bit, and that is an indication that he's a little bit too far from the basket.
Blake Smith goes out of the game, and coming in for Foxcroft is Steve Nicholas. Dean Smith at the top. Nicholas takes a long pop, and he puts it through nicely. 53-45 as both teams heating up here in the third period of action. Campbell off to Joey Clark, fakes, turns. Good defense on him at the top of Campbell. Campbell at the foul line, takes the shot and draws the foul. And the foul is going to be called on Steve Nicholas.
Nicholas all over Campbell, but Campbell again showing some versatility as he runs that offensive machine for Callis Blue Devils, picking up the foul. Here he is again. There's the foul by Nicholas. Campbell goes up. Thought he might have had an opportunity to roll in, but he didn't.
Bobby Campbell, a junior, goes to the line. Pop up off the front, no good.
I've been accused, Joe, of having bats in my belfry, but I just think I saw one flying around us here.
All right. Well, we have someone down at St. John's Church. Second shot up, it's no good. Rebound strong there by Hatwell, who's played a very fine role as a substitute. Off to Dean Smith. 14-carry goal. Pass goes inside to Nicholas, a little bit low. Coming down is Lehman. Lehman's shot is no good. Rebound by Smith again.
Excellent play by David Sweeney as he went for the steal and changed the momentum of Lehman for the layup.
Sweeney now pass goes to Smith. Smith rocks to the right. Now goes to the leg, down the paint, takes the pop, up around, and no good. Rebound by Delmonico of Calais. Got a little French pastry on that one. But Dean Smith, Egan with a pop shot from the corner, he's hit. 47 to 53.
Calais looks much more relaxed now, Joe, in this third period with their shooting.
Dean Smith, he has 3 fouls on him, so he has to be careful. But he doesn't play out of control, and Campbell is fouling.
He's being double teamed all over the place, and that time Campbell and Clark had him in a double team in front of the Foxcroft bench, and they reach in and foul him.
So 3 on Campbell. As Sweeney will inbound in front of the Foxcroft bench. 3:32 left. Pass comes out. Egan steals. Egan starts down with it. Now he's going to stop right at the foul line. Take the pop shot. No good. Rebound taken off strong by Hatwell. Hatwell and Dean Smith are right up over that rim to get the rebound.
Good, strong defensive positioning by both players.
And Smith had an ankle injury on the season. Nice pass inside. Now comes back out to Sweeney from Nicholas. Pass tipped away. Sweeney still has it. He turns. Very heady basketball player, David Sweeney. Number 12 looks around. Nicholas back to Sweeney. 2:58 left. Looking for help. Now he finally gets it off to Nicholas. Nicholas starts to go. The paint is going to stop. Take the one-handed pop. It's no good. Rebound. There he is. King. King leaves it off, but it's knocked away. As King knew he didn't have a shot. Goes to Egan, and the ball is going to go out of bounds, and they say it's off Egan. And that brings the Calais fans up on one side, and that brings the Foxcroft fans up on the other side.
Foxcroft people saying, great call.
Right. I think Egan did hit it. It looked from this angle.
It looked like he just tipped it. Anyway, it's Foxcroft ball. 2:41 to go. 53 to 47. Favor of the Ponies.
Smith now back to Sweeney with Egan pressure from Calais. Puts a pass to King. King turns back outside to Sweeney. Now tries to go to the corner, deflected, and then goes right to King. With 2:25 left in third quarter action. 53-47. Foxcroft leading. Pass Sweeney goes right to Lehman. Lehman stops in the paint now to Egan. Egan takes a one-handed pop. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Now tipped outside. Goes to Sweeney. He saves it. Off to Hatwell. Hatwell comes down with it. I should say Merrill, I'm sorry, and he picks it up. And it goes off to Dean Smith. And Foxcroft wants to come out.
Right, that was a good, excellent timeout by Carl Parker because the Foxcroft Ponies have 2 people open on the baseline. Calais' defense is foul line extended towards half court. And David Sweeney and Tony King are not able to see what's going on the baseline as well as Dean Smith right now. And so therefore they're struggling a little bit. And Carl saw that, noticed it, and called a timeout. And I'm sure we're going to see a change. Maybe put a person in the high post so that he can be an outlet for the perimeter people.
The Calais Blue Devils are a team that can explode at any second. They have the good outside perimeter shooters. The shots not going so much as they did in the quarterfinal round, but they can heat up. And I think the combination that's in there now is the type of combination that can get them back in and ahead in this game.
Right, I think what they've got to do, though, they got 2 minutes to go. If let's watch in the next 2 minutes. What they got to do is play some sound defense. I think man-to-man, good, solid man-to-man defense all around. They've been playing kind of a Chinese defense all game in hopes to hold Dean Smith down, and they haven't done that. And Tony King has been tremendous in filling in the offensive slack for Foxcroft Ponies. They're going right back to their pressure.
So Sweeney puts it in play to Nicholas. Back to Sweeney of Foxcroft, and Dean Smith all by his lonesome. Bang.
Can't give him that one. They had a mix-up somewhere. Of course, Kyle Parker took him from the point and put him down on the baseline, and he responded with 2 points.
Campbell's shot right from the outside of the foul line is good. And that's what they can do. They can heat up in a hurry. 49-55. Sweeney in the backcourt. Now it comes to Dean Smith. He turns. Rifles a pass inside to Merrill. Nice bounce pass to Nicholas, and he puts it in.
Great play. Great assist by Jeff Merrill as Nicholas just lays it in.
Outstanding team play. There's a shot up by Egan, goes off the glass, high over the hands of Merrill. And we got a shootout here at the latter part of the third period, 51-57, with 1:16 left. Nice defensive play by Egan on the pass from Dean Smith.
We see Calais' defense. We have Clark, Egan, and Campbell way outside.
Long pass goes off to Nicholas on the right side. Now outside to King, into Smith. Nice pass inside. Miss inside by Nicholas, but that was a crisp, beautiful pass from Dean Smith.
That's what we talked about in the timeout, trying to get the ball to the high post and then down to the low post. That's the way to enter that ball.
Lehman's pass goes inside to Delmonico, puts it up around, no good. Rebound taken out by Egan. Egan's pass goes inside to Lehman. His shot is no good. And a rebound taken out by Dean Smith as he corrals the ball in, throws it down left-handed. Merrill starts the basket, left-handed up and in, hands in.
All right, Nicholas on a nice pass. But what a great pass from Dean Smith. He was surrounded by two players and threw it out there left-handed.
Pass goes over to Joey Clark. Clark's shot for Callis is good, and there's going to be a foul underneath, and that's going to be on Sweeney of Foxcroft Academy.
Sweeney was trying to keep Lehman off the boards, I believe, and was whistled for the foul. 27 seconds left.
Kind of different expressions on the two coaches.
It's going to be Callis' ball. We're not in the 1-and-1 yet.
Inbounds pass to Bobby Campbell. As Olsen will get ready to come back into Callis. Campbell takes the straightaway, long pop, in and in. In and out and in. Kind of hung there and came back, so they are down by 4, 55-59, with 12 seconds left here in the third period of action. King, bounce pass picked away, and will be Foxcroft ball.
6-5 clock. Foxcroft's going to maintain possession 7 seconds. Now, what Callis has got to be careful of right here is not to commit a bad foul with 7 seconds left. And we're going to try to get the ball into Dean Smith's hands so we can try to pick up the three-point play here to end the third quarter.
Delmonico goes out, Sheridan Smith back in. In the corner, Dean Smith, he's all alone for the pop and puts it in.
He is at the buzzer.
61-55. And with that, we'll be back in just a moment.
You're watching high school basketball tournament action on the stations of the Maine Public Broadcasting Network, a service of the University of Maine.
The last 8 minutes, one of these teams will be in the finals. As Campbell now turns, bounce pass goes off to Joey Clark, long shot, it's around, it's no good. Rebound inside, and it'll be Foxcroft's ball.
Right, tied up by held ball between Dean Smith and Jared Olsen. I think Arnold Clark, if we had to talk to him right now, he'd been very pleased with that third quarter performance by his Callis Blue Devils. They were under control, they didn't panic.
There's a nice steal by Lehman. Lehman going right into the paint area, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Campbell, puts it back up, no good. Campbell again, it's no good. Rebound tipped up by Campbell, no good. He tipped it up again and out.
He got the hold of that ball 3 times and finally put it in.
Long pass and saved by Merrill. A finger by Joey Clark was right in the lane, puts 2 players, puts it up, and finally Dean Smith comes out for the rebound. Well, they're having problems with Nicholas and Merrill today.
All right, Joe.
If I got the other 8 players right on all cylinders.
I got to think that Dean Smith, he's a very, very heady basketball player. He's had an opportunity on 4 different occasions to pick up his 4th foul, and he's held back. Great discipline by that young man.
61-57 the score. Sheridan's long pass comes inside to Nicholas and puts it in.
Great pass.
So Sweeney does things that come natural for him, is getting the ball to open people.
Now we're seeing zone by Foxcroft.
Campbell turns, bounce pass to Clark. Joey Clark pops good.
You got to be careful when you play zone against Callis because we've got 3 good perimeter shooters, Lehman, Clark, and Campbell. You got to make sure you have some people by them.
Dean Smith with the ball, back to Sheridan. He scoops a nice pass off inside to Merrill, and Merrill puts it in.
Right, I thought he was going to travel the ball. Lost his balance, but got it back in there. And there was his teammate.
65-59 the score. Joey Clark again outside ring, and he puts it in. 61-65. Callis trails by 4. King with the ball for Foxcroft Academy. Now at the top goes. Nice pass inside to Nicholas, and Nicholas puts it in from Dean Smith.
All right, they're attacking that zone with Dean Smith at the high post, and Mr. Nicholas is having a field day, just getting open underneath.
Way outside is Bobby Campbell. Campbell turns on Nicholas. Now goes to corner. Joey Clark again for another pop, and he's hit for 3 in a row for him from the outside.
Clark's got 3 in a row, and he's heating up.
67-63. Shootout here at the Bangor Auditorium. King and Clark.
time there, Callis got Foxcroft down in the corner where they could trap them. And Tony King got through the trap, and in his anticipation over half court, fumbled the ball, picked it up, and it was called a traveling violation. Right now, I think the momentum has swung a little bit, although Foxcroft is still ahead. The momentum has swung to Callis because now I think they're getting a feel for their offensive flow. Both Campbell and Clark have been tremendous in the last 2 minutes of play here, Joe, as Clark has made 3 in a row from the corner. And when you play zone and you got 3 good perimeter shooters, you got to make sure you have a player right in their shirts.
And this may be the problem for Foxcroft. They'll have to come out of the zone because of that great outside shooting by the 2 members of this Callis team, as Bob mentioned.
Right, we haven't seen whether or not Campbell, Clark, or Lehman will pass it inside to Jared Olson. And, you know, I think Foxcroft ought to find that out right away to see whether or not they will pass the ball in there. Because definitely if those other 3 gentlemen are open, they're going to fire it up.
So Sheridan Smith of Callis will put in play.
Gone back to man-to-man. Looks like Foxcroft's gone back to man-to-man out of that zone.
Go with the ball. Now he loops a pass. And
5 seconds.
5 seconds call. He didn't get it in.
We mentioned that the other day for our viewers. Whenever there's a lob pass involved on an inbounds play, you can beware of that 5-second call.
Dean Smith turns to Nicholas. Nicholas off the glass and in.
There it is again. From perimeter to high post to low post, and Nicholas just converts the end of that play.
69-63. Campbell at the foul line takes a pop shot off the lid, no good. Rebound by Sweeney. Sweeney's pass goes off the Merrill now of Foxcroft. He brings in. Pass cross court to Nicholas. Now to Sweeney. Sweeney turns with it. Being hemmed in. Someone's got to be open. Pass goes inside, knocked around, but Dean Smith has it. Goes right past Olsen, and he's crammed in there by Lehman. Gets the rebound, shoots, is no good, and the Campbell comes off the rebound.
Great defensive play by Eddie Lehman.
Lehman has a right-handed shot this time by Bobby Campbell. He puts it in. Kind of a leaning hook, and it makes it 65-69. Foxcroft leads by 4. Dean Smith in control. Loops the pass outside to Sweeney. Down in front of the King. Back outside to Sweeney. 4:43 left in the game. Turning is Dean Smith, and they're going to call him for a player control foul. That's number 4.
As he got in behind Dean Smith, Dean was going to take a drop step, and here it is right here. Ball comes into the corner to King. He passes it back out to Sweeney. Sweeney's going to find Dean Smith. Here's coming to your picture. Now watch Joey Clark, 22. He sneaks right in behind, comes over, gets in position, and there's the foul.
And a tough one to call. Campbell outside, off no good. Sheridan Smith in the lane, gets the rebound, pops it up, no good. Chip up around, no good. Rebound by Campbell. He's going crazy. Boy, he has come to life inside.
He is really working hard, Bobby Campbell. Can't say enough about his interior play right now. He's taken over for Callis on the inside, and he's a point guard.
59-57, Dean Smith. He's being fouled by Sheridan.
He looked like he wanted to go to the basket that time, and Sheridan reached in and fouled him.
That's his 4.
Right, but that's only the 4th team foul on Callis. So that means that Foxcroft will get the ball out of bounds, so they're a foul of waste there. They go to the 1-and-1 next time.
Sweeney will put in play for Foxcroft. His team leading by 2 points. Long pass outside to King. Now it goes off to Nicholas. Sweeney. As they play a little bit of catch now. Pick some numbers off that clock. Goes back outside to Nicholas. Nicholas now goes to the corner inside to Dean Smith. He works in and puts it in.
Great play, great pass by David Sweeney from the wing as he saw Dean Smith cutting to the basket. He went right by Jared Olson and laid it in to get the 4-point lead back.
Campbell with King on him. Campbell goes the lane. Ball knocked away. Campbell puts it up. It's no good. Kicked around. And Dean Smith comes up, and he may have fouled out of the game.
Poor decision, I think, Joe. He thought maybe he could rip the ball away from Jared Olson, or at least tip it away. And when he reached in, there it is, and there's the foul. See it on the replay.
And a very, very hard luck Foxcroft team with 3:26 left as they have their floor general out of there now. And the Callis fans across the way are happy, but the way that maybe some of that's going to swing off in this last 326, the way he's played, they'll all be inspired.
Right, because Hartzell, I believe, is coming back in from, and Nicholas has had a tremendous second half. Sweeney has been very, very steady out front, and we'll see what Calais does now with Dean Smith out of the game. They've had some pretty good success with that 3-2 defense they've been playing here for the whole game, and we'll see. And Dean Smith goes out. 3:26 left to go in the fourth quarter with 35 points.
So the sub that came in, as Bob mentioned, is Will Hartzell. He's number 42. As Olsen's shot is up, it's no good. Rebound strong in there by Merrill. They still get the people in the backcourt that can bring it down. We'll see what Foxcroft can do with their composure now, losing Dean Smith at this point in the game. I doubt very much they're going to sit on the ball. The ball's knocked away, but controlled by Foxcroft. Is off to Nicholas. Nicholas with the ball, holds now, goes back outside to Sweeney. Sweeney swings, now goes to the foul line. He turns with 3 minutes left in this game. Pass goes inside. Nice move to Merrill. Puts it in.
Great play by Sweeney as he saw them. That time Joey Clark got caught between the brick and the hard place. He didn't know whether to stay with Nicholas or come out with Sweeney, and he made the wrong decision.
Shot missed inside, taken up by Lehman. Lehman of Calais puts it back up and in.
Now they're on the boards. They're all over the boards.
59-73. Nicholas in the backcourt. Lead pass goes to Sweeney. Sweeney splits, comes down the middle. Nice pass to King. Goes to the basket. He's in a crowd. They're going to call a foul. And Lehman says, "Yeah, you're right."
You know, and it's funny because Lehman, if he'd have just stood on the floor, he'd have been all right because Jared Olsen had Tony King blocked with his 1-foot differential. Here it is again. Watch the pass. Watch Lehman. He doesn't have to move. Look at Olsen right there. And Lehman runs into him and gives him the 1-on-1.
So 2:30 left in the game. 69-73. A couple of important foul shots now for Tony King. Pops it up and he's to the top. As the Calais Blue Devils now, coach is asking for timeout. With 2:30 left in this game, 74-69 ball.
Right, and I want to make a mention at this point because there is 2:30 left to go in the game, and it's critical for Calais. They are a little bit disrupted defensively because Dean Smith is out of there. And I think probably what Arnie Clark has got to tell them, look, let's go back to our normal man-to-man defense and play the rest of these people straight up. Let's not take any chances with our Chinese or junk defense that we had used the whole game with Dean Smith. Because that time, you saw the time before, Sweeney made an excellent pass to Nicholas, and Nicholas was all alone for the baseline jump shot right in the paint. So hopefully that's what he's telling him. On the other hand, Kyle Parker's saying, fellas, be patient. There's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Let's see if we can't get them to foul us, and let's see if we can't hit the open man. But let's take some time off the clock. Keep the clock running if we can. That's very, very important for Foxcroft. Stopping the clock is very, very important for Calais.
So Delmonico and Egan come back in for Calais. As Tony King, who's played a very inspired game off the bench this afternoon's game, wins one in, and now make it 75-69 with 2:30 left in this game. Campbell has the ball knocked away by King. Now looking inside, finally goes to Delmonico, back outside to Lehman. 2:19 left. Campbell on the baseline, bounce pass goes to Lehman. Lehman's pop is up and in. 71-75. As Calais trails by 4. 2:09 left.
They're going to a half-foot trap that time.
Coming down with it is Nicholas. Nicholas puts it up.
Nicholas says, never mind no defense they're in. I'll take him to the basket.
Right to the hole, and they lead by 6. I think they probably said in their little huddle before this, 1-1 for Dean. The pop-up no good. Strong rebound by Nicholas as he's taking charge here in this last 2 minutes. Sweeney's pass, deflected away. Joey Clark comes. He's going to go for a layup. The pop is up. It's no good. And a good foul that time by Sweeney.
Excellent foul by Sweeney. The only thing bad about the foul, Joe, is the clock stops. But he prevented Joey Clark from going to the line for the three-point play. Here he is again. He slashes across. And Joey Clark is fouled by David Sweeney. And he goes to the line for 2. 77-71. Minute 41 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
You can see Dean Smith beside Kyle Parker. And they're both yelling out their encouragement. And a nice roll by Joey Clark as it makes it 72-77. 5-point difference. 1:41 left in this game. And this Class C semifinal. A Clark shot up is good. 77-73. A 4-point differential. King in the backcourt now. He turns, and there's going to be a foul on Joey Clark.
Joey knew it. Nice play by Tony King, though. Clark didn't quite get over far enough on the baseline. Tony King saw the opening, was going to streak up the sideline, and Clark fell down, and he fell over his, well, there's Cal Parker said, Tony, can you put in 2 more foul shots for me?
So King goes to the foul line. Very important foul shots. We all are now, and the shot is up and so good. Rebound by Egan of Calais. He gives up to Bobby Campbell. Calais trails by 4, 1:33 left. As the crowd across the way starts to get up, Campbell now to Clark. Clark gets the screen, takes the pop. Good! 77 to 75.
Joey Clark has been tremendous in the second half with his outside shooting for Calais.
Nicholas to King. King goes down toward the middle. Now the right side stops. Back to Sweeney. Now to Nicholas. Nicholas turns with the ball. 1:12 left. Inside to King. Bobbles the ball. In the paint. Gets rid of it. Gets it outside. And a top shot by Hatcher. And the Fighting Blue Devils are getting back in. 77-75. 59 seconds. Campbell's floater. And there's going to be a foul outside on King.
All right, there's a nice drive by Bobby Campbell. And now Foxcroft Academy has got to begin to think, no, let's not shoot the basketball anymore. Let's try to go to foul. Of course, it all depends on what Campbell does with these foul shots, because that'll make a difference if they're ahead of tie.
As the foul, as you saw, and Blake Smith comes back in. And leaving the game is Will Hatzel. So the veterans in there now. Blake Smith. And the foul shots are always stick out like a sore thumb in the last 2 minutes of the game. Bobby Campbell will take the pop. It's no good.
Didn't quite follow through on that one. He's got to just follow through with it. Relax. There he is, bending at the knees. Arnie Clark, very, very concerned, talking to his assistant coach.
There's a shot up, and it's good. So it cuts it to 1, 76-77. Pass intercepted by Clark, and he was out of bounds.
He's out of bounds on a steal. He's calling for a foul.
He's calling for a foul, and Mike Thurston says no.
You're out of bounds.
55 seconds left, 77-76. The ball is tipped, picked up by King. King starts with Clark behind him. He stops, looks for the red shirt, goes back out to Sheridan. 1 point difference here. Top goes to Nicholas. Nicholas of the Foxcroft team, now back outside to Sweeney. 42 seconds left. Sweeney turns, he's got all kinds of shirts. He's going to be a foul on
Lehman. That's it for Lehman, I believe. He's got 5 personal fouls. He goes out of the game. And David Sweeney going to the line. Know his dad, Rusty Sweeney.
Boy, he's played a fine basketball game.
Excellent
no question.
Game. Very, very heady game. That's the way to do it. Get away from that foul line until you call there. They have 30 seconds. Excuse me, Joe. They have 30 seconds.
Looks like he's giving a little prayer right now, but he's giving all kinds of encouragement to his teammates. You know, pull this one out so we can get in the finals.
Right. And Sheridan Smith's going to come in for the fouled out Eddie Lehman. And David Sweeney's going to go to the line. Foxcroft, you saw that time, wasn't looking to shoot. They were just looking to keep the clock running and hope that they can make their foul shots. 37 seconds left.
77-76. Foxcroft lead by 1. And David Sweeney gets ready. The pop is up. It's good. And look at Dean Smith on the sidelines. He is cheering.
He's saying, David, make these so we can play in the finals.
And a timeout being asked for Calais again. And you talk about an inspiration. I guess Dean Smith in the gym or on the bus or anything is inspiration.
Anywhere, Joe. I want to make a comment about the play down here when Clark called for the foul against David Sweeney. David went out of bounds to pass the ball in, and Nicholas was setting up. Before he had a chance to set up, David Sweeney threw the ball in. And it wasn't thrown to anybody in particular. But number 10, Tony King, came out of nowhere and deflected it forward, and that's what caused the ball to get in the front court. A real headsy play. Can't say enough about Tony King. He has come off the bench to really give that Foxcroft Academy team a lift.
So a 2-point difference here with 37 seconds. I know that they aren't going any place to have dinner right now. If you're watching this one, we've had excellent afternoon section. Lots of the B yesterday afternoon, and now this one.
And David Sweeney going to the line for the second of his 2 shots, which would give them a 3-point lead. The big odd difference in the score, which is what you want going down the stretch.
So another important foul shot to make it an odd number, which means that the Calais would have to get 2 baskets if the foul shot could be made by Sweeney to put his team up by 3. Takes a dip, the pop, it's around, no good! Rebound strong by Delmonico, so a 2-point different game here. 33 seconds left. Bobby Campbell goes the lane. Bobby Campbell puts it up.
Yes, it was.
Nicholas, who has either a knee or an ankle problem.
And then we have a little
But look at
melee.
this, and we have Amelia across the way. As some of the fans try to go down onto the floor against after the official that made the call.
Got a police over there. Bump Hadley, the floor manager. Arnie Clark's right in the middle of it. And the assistant coach for Callis.
And the other thing is, too, that Clark is, Campbell has fouled out of this game.
Right, he has.
Oh, that is
Too bad.
too much right there. Shades of the Jonesport Beal state final here one year when all the fans got upset. You know, it's a tough call. Do we have that? If we could see that again, that might prove some things. Campbell took the chance. He went in. Nicholas took the chance as well as he stood up and he took the shot. You can see him limping very visibly now.
Right.
But some of the Callis fans there with the painted faces, they just started out on the floor after Bruce Campbell and the police officer there, along with Bump Hadley, one of the administrators down here during the tournament, and they had to hold some people off.
They went right after
And it could be tense. You know, after the game, it could be tense.
Right. Well, Bobby Campbell felt that, hey, I'm going to take the ball to the basket, and he did. There's a water on the floor. That's with my camera over by the bench.
And the ball we put in play now as Nicholas will try to inbound it. He's looking, gets it off to Sweeney. Back off. Dangerous pass, and Nicholas galloping and gets fouled. Even with that ankle problem, he is fouled by Lehman, I believe. No, take that up to Maker.
Yeah, Rand Maker has come into the game on the foul off by Campbell.
I thought another key thing and a very good sportsman thing like Annie Clark. Okay, go ahead with that.
There it is right there. Right.
But Annie Clark went in the crowd and told the boys, you know, hold it down, hold it down.
Cool it, guys. This could really cost us.
So Nicholas foul shot, no good! Rebound by Sheridan Smith. And we're going to get a foul on Nicholas.
Right, he fouled Sheridan Smith. And Sheridan Smith was coming out of there with a basketball. Nicholas fouls.
Looks like one of the Callis fans may have, in the melee there, may have hurt his right arm. Kind of bathing it with his other hand. And, you know, this is basketball, let's face it, but there are only kids out there, and I know both teams, or both sides, are anticipating a lot to see what Smith can do, and he puts it in. 77-78.
1-point difference now, and they've got to be very careful. Does Foxcroft on the throw-in after this if he makes it, because it's crucial. 23 seconds left. They got to get the ball on the floor.
Pair by Sheridan Smith. Key pair of foul shots. 78-78. 21 seconds left. Don't go away. Pass comes off to Nicholas now. 16 seconds left. Nicholas scoops the pass over to Sweeney. Sweeney starts down the baseline. Stops. Looks. 10 seconds left. Pass comes out to Nicholas. Off to King. King fakes. Puts it up and it's no good. Rebound inside. Strong by Joey Clark. 2 seconds and we get overtime.
And an overtime game. Tony King had a chance to win it in regulation. Took about a 14, 15-foot jump shot on the baseline. Ringed in and just came out. And Callis runs out the clock on a desperation heave by Clark at the end. But that was tough. I don't know if Kyle Parker had another timeout or not, but he sure had plenty of time to, you know, to set up if he wanted to.
Now we get the overtime, the jump ball, and you add one overtime for each team.
Very good,
I mean,
Joe.
one timeout for each team.
Right.
I just get excited, can I?
All right. And we still have the tournament committee down there between the scorer's table and the Callis bench. And that's too bad they have to be there.
Well, if they get down to the end where there's big problems, then this committee has the right to forfeit the game.
That's correct.
They have the right because the management is the people, the SPA people, and they have set this tournament up here at the Bangor Auditorium. So if things, I think, get out of hand in this overtime, there's a possibility we may see this game fall.
I think we're seeing a dramatic turnaround here because Nicholas is really limping badly. You can see him on the right of your screen. He's trying to get his composure as he walks around the center jump area, but his ankle is really hurting. And here comes the Callis Blue Devils out of the huddle. I got to think that the momentum is with them now, Joe, going into this overtime. They battled back and battled back. And now Arnie Clark's talking to Mike Thurston about his timeout situation here in the overtime period. And finally they came back, and Tony King missed that little baseline jump shot to win the game for Foxcroft in regulation.
So the orange is where the violation would be. If anyone steps in the blue or the white, they're legal, but they get in the orange, it doesn't make it academic anyway. Blake Smith comes off, now he cross-courts, right in the hands of Egan. Oh, Egan puts it up, no good. Rebound by Sheridan Smith, and he is fouled. Oh, bad foul.
Sheridan Smith was just right in the right place at the right time on the miss by Egan. He saw Egan make the steal. There it is right there. There's the replay, and there's Sheridan Smith on the weak side rebound, and he's fouled. Fouled by number 23 for Foxcroft, is Blake Smith.
So Sheridan Smith had 2 foul shots to tie the game. Now he has an opportunity to go ahead, and it's around the rim. Sheridan Smith has been the hero here in the latter half, and the overtime up, no good. Rebound strong by Blake Smith. Now off to Sweeney with 2:48 left. Timeouts left, 2 for both teams. Sweeney with the ball, off to Nicholas. He lifts all the way and goes all the way up, no good, but draws the foul. And a blocking foul. And that is on Joey Clark. That may be close to 5.
All right, Joey's with it. 22 up there. Here comes a replay. Right there, here's a pass to Nicholas. Now watch the strong move to the basket. Here he comes off Sweeney's screen, going down the lane. Here comes Joey Clark, but he was moving over to his right, leaning in. Nicholas goes for 2.
So 79-78, Calais leading, 2:38 in overtime. Pop is good.
That's better, Steve. Nice and relaxed that time. Good follow through. 79-79. Tied up, Joe.
Boy, Class C action. You can't get any better than this. Second shot is up, and it's good. 80-79, Foxcroft Academy by 1. 2:37 in overtime. Sheridan Smith comes down with it. Nicholas helps to get him. Now it comes to Joey Clark. Clark's down to go. Nice pass inside the maker. Puts it up. Passing deflected by King, but put up in there and in by Delmonico.
Great offensive rebound by Delmonico. With Dean Smith out of there, the rebounding has really picked up for Calais at both ends of the court, and especially in the offensive end.
81-80 as Calais leads. 2:13 left in the overtime here at the auditorium. King goes all the way in, puts up. No good. Oh, it just rolled around the lip and out. 81-80 as Calais now has the ball and the lead with 1:59 left. Sheridan Smith now hauls out of play. Joey Clark had 4 fouls on him, so he's still in the game. Off to Sheridan Smith. Now with a 1-point lead, they can be a little bit choosy and try to draw a foul as Egan is way outside. And you got to be careful of the 2-shot foul. 1:41 left, still time. Nicholas goes for the steal, but doesn't get it. Sheridan Smith now cross courts at the maker. Rand Maker hands off to Joey Clark. Clark looking inside. King's on him. Now it gives off to Delmonico. Back outside it goes to Joey Clark. 1:26 left. Calais leading this ball game by a single point inside Egan. Egan shot is up. No good. Rebound by Maker. Puts it back up around. And it's no good. Rebound taken off inside by Ball.
Great effort right that time by Calais again on the offensive glass, but they can't convert.
Blake Smith with the ball now, turning around, looking for help. He wants help badly as he passes it off to Nicholas. Nicholas loses the ball, now picks it up. Passes off to Sweeney. Sweeney comes down 58 seconds. Going to take the outside pop. No good. Rebound taken off by Sheridan Smith. 52 seconds, and Clark wants to call timeout. His players don't see him. He's up there asking for timeout, and finally they do get the timeout.
Joey Clark comes over to call a timeout. There's Arnold Clark. Wants to set up the end of game situation, and Kyle Parker from Foxcroft, Dean Smith cheering for his teammates as we have 45 seconds left to go on the clock. 81-80 in overtime. Calais has the lead. Both teams now. That would be 1 timeout left for Calais, 2 timeouts left for Foxcroft as we go down the stretch. Calais, I think, is going to set up, Joe, their end of game situation, and I got an idea they're going to try to run some time off the clock. Foxcroft has got to be careful. They would probably want to try to get the ball in the hands of the weakest foul shooter of Calais in this situation. A guy who hasn't played a lot has been Rand Maker. He might be somebody they want to foul. So they want to try to force the ball into somebody's hands who is not a very good foul shooter, and then foul them and make sure it's 1-and-1 and not a 2-shot foul.
So if there is a jump ball, the advantage will go to Calais. So pretty much things on their side with 45 seconds. They have a 1-point lead. They're going to have the ball. As the ball is across the court, Rand Maker went in front of the score table to get the ball, and he runs over and says, no, I'm going to take it out. So the defense will set up. And we'll see a very important pass will have to be brought in. As Callis breaks, Maker looks, now gives a pass, and they're going to call a foul on 44, Jeff Merrill.
He fouls Delmonico right on the inbounds pass. Very quick foul. Only 1 second off the clock.
So 44 seconds left.
Here it is right here. You watch Jeff Merrill right here. He's guarding his man. His man's going to take a step towards him, right? And then here he comes Merrill from behind. That would have been interesting because look at the ball hit out of bounds on the thrower in.
So Delmonico goes to line with a important foul shot. He hits at the basket, 82-80. 44 seconds left, so another important foul shot coming up as the committee stays down by the Callis bench. It's going to be interesting if Foxcroft pulls this out, what would happen? Mighty important foul shot now by Delmonico. It's no good! Rebound taken out strong by Sheridan Smith. He's going to be the hero of the overtime. And a foul is going to be called on Nicholas.
On Nicholas. Sheridan Smith got the long rebound and dribbled way out by midcourt. Nicholas fouls him. He's going back to the foul line. Excellent play that time by Sheridan Smith. Real headsy because he got 4 more seconds off the clock, and they're up 82-80. As he goes to the foul line for the 1-and-1.
Well, if the John Babs Hodgson game is anything like this, we'll be here forever. This has been just an exciting C semifinal basketball game. Sheridan Smith, round, no good! Rebound strong by Hotwell, and Egan is fouling Nicholas.
Not a good choice of fouls that time. Wants to keep the clock running, does Mr. Egan.
I don't know. You can see the blue shirts over there. I don't think I want to tackle any of those guys.
Arnie's Army over there.
Right.
There is one guy.
That's a battalion that's going there.
There's one guy standing behind the kid. He doesn't have a shirt on at all.
Looks like he lifts weights as well. So 2 important foul shots for young Mr. Nicholas. Shot is up and it's good. Boy, so many things have changed in this game. It's just been unreal.
And Dean Smith went out. David Sweeney and Steve Nicholas have taken charge of this basketball team.
And Kyle Parker has asked for a timeout if the basket is made. He wants to get a timeout. The shot by Nicholas is up. They good, and they want a timeout. So they get it. With 36 seconds left here in the OT.
And they each got 1 timeout. What he wants to do is set up the defense with 36 seconds left to go, and we're tied. Kyle Parker calling that timeout. Foxcroft has 1 left. Callis has 1 left. And Kyle Parker is setting up the defense. There's the Army that we were talking about right there, Arnie's Army. And Arnie Clark can be very, very happy that they are on his side.
Right. A police officer has moved into the scene. There's 2 of them down there. You may not be able to see them, but they are down to gain the attention. Probably the first thing after the game is to get the officials off the floor, so something wouldn't happen there.
Well, I think it was a spontaneous reaction, obviously, to the Campbell offensive player control foul, and they just were beside themselves because that was his 5th foul, and he went out of the game. That was a critical point. Callis, on the other hand, has the big chore right now. They got to get the ball unbounced. They got to get it on the court and probably run down some clock. They don't want to force the issue. They do not want to force the shot because they're tied. They can shoot and miss, hold on for the last shot, and still go into double overtime. So they've got to be careful to take care of the basketball. They got to make sure, too, though, that they know what defense they're in case the ball is stolen. Rand Maker gonna trigger it on the end line.
So Rand Maker, as the Foxcroft team, will not challenge. They will back off into their own area.
Little half-court trap. Little different look.
2-1-2 as Clark with the ball. Off to Sheridan Smith, 27 seconds left. A tie ball game. Pass to Rand Maker. Maker fakes, puts it up, and it's good.
Now Nicholas. Great pass from the point inside to Rand Maker. He's standing on the baseline. They went right over the top of the zone, and Maker was standing there, got the ball. Here it is. Look at the pass by Sheridan Smith. Down to Rand Maker, gives a head fake, runs into Nicholas, lays it up and in.
So we lean right back in, and Rand Maker, who played a lot last year, has been used as a substitute this year, as Nicholas is fouled out of the game. And Rand Maker has a foul shot to make here, as it looks like Olsen will come back in for some added height for this Callis team.
Good situation substitution right here by Coach Arnold Clark, getting Olsen in, 6'8", for number 10, who is Sean Egan, 5'10". So he's getting him in there in case the foul shot is missed, and also down at the other end, Joe, for defensive purposes on rebounds.
Glenn Annis now in the game for Foxcroft Academy. So Maker with a, if he can make this one, it will be a very big foul shot up, and it's good! 85-82, 23 seconds left. Sweeney now swings down with it, 20 seconds left. He stops, looks for help. Cross court, it goes inside to Hatwell. Hatwell's shot is up, it's no good! Rebound tipped around, still loose. Picked up by Callis, going down to Sheridan Smith, puts it up, and it's good!
Right there, but I want to give some credit to the young man who got that rebound. The loose ball rebound was Delmonico, number 24. We saw it right here. Right, we saw the replay. Here comes Sheridan Smith, protects the ball, goes up for the layup, and he's fouled by Tony King. Commits his 4th foul to make it 87-82 with 7 seconds left on the clock. Trying to complete the three-point play, and Arnold Clark wants his last timeout.
We're number 1, the crowd yelling across the way. The game that's going to be played this evening will be between John Batts and another undefeated ball club, the Hodgson Hawks. I hope they're undefeated.
18-0.
I think they are. Both teams came in 18-0, right. So we may be heading down to a 1-2 final, but John Batts will have to be the determiner on that, as Egan will check back in.
Egan's coming back in the game. What they can do now, Foxcroft, they got to hope that Smith misses his foul shot and push it up the court quickly and try to get a basket, and then maybe some sort of a player control foul on the inbounds play. 5-point difference with a single foul shot coming. It's pretty tough with 7 seconds to go.
And the Foxcroft Academy fans give a hearty cheer for their team as they line up for the foul shot. Delmonico comes out with Egan, Sheridan Smith, Rand Maker, and Sheridan will go to the line to try to cap up a 3-point play.
One guy we ought to give some credit to here, Joe, is Rand Maker. He came into the game. I hadn't seen a lot of playing time before he came into the game, made that big hoop off the baseline.
Sheridan Smith's shot is up and good. 88-82 in overtime. Now Sweeney picks the ball up. 4 seconds left. He stops. They're going to call for a double dribble. And now Bruce Anderson's going to check.
He's got to check the clock. I
think what he did, I don't know why he called a double dribble, is you still get 5 seconds even though the ball was rolling down the court.
Exactly. It was only 3 and it was 7.
Inside, the jump shot taken by Merrill is good. And a timeout being asked for, but the game is over. And we'll see if the officials get off the floor. As it looks like some of the Callis fans were coming out. Both officials do get off the floor. So it's 88-84 final as Callis wins that game. Well, not a good picture, really.
No, that wasn't a good picture, but it was a nice comeback by the Callis kids. I thought they really showed some character in the second half of this basketball game as both teams are going through the lines now shaking hands. As they came back, they were disorganized. They were frustrated in the first half, and they came back and showed some poise and character in that second half. And I thought that Sheridan Smith had an awful lot to do with their comeback, along with Joey Clark for the Callis Blue Devils. On the other side, we cannot say enough for Dean Smith, who's had a tremendous basketball tournament here for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, and also his teammates, guys like Merrill and Nicholas and Tony King and David Sweeney, who go out of here without the victory here today, but certainly can be proud of the effort that they exhibited.
And Kyle Parker did an excellent job this season. Coming from Bangor High School a year ago, going up to Foxcroft Academy. He's a Lincoln boy and gone in and done an excellent job. Not too bad to have Dean Smith. But the overtime, it was 78-78 was the final score. Not the final score, but the lock score at the end of the 4th period. Then 88-84 in a good shootout, as King had a jump shot in the waning moments of the regulation and missed the shot. And then I think you'd have to put the give the credit to 2 key players. That would have been Maker Rand with some good rebounding and some shots, and of course Sheridan Smith, who did an excellent job. So I think that the Callis Blue Devils, even though a little outburst by their partisan on the side, made an ugly scene at the moment, but they have turned it around, and they had to see the officials here at the auditorium, plus the police, take the officials out of the auditorium and put them in their locker room. While things started to calm down. And I just wonder if Foxcroft had won this game, what kind of a thing it would have been. So we don't know. We won't belabor the point, but we'll start saying, and the final score again in overtime, Calais 88, Foxcroft Academy 84. Joe Gould for Bob Leahy and Bill McManus, and we'll see you tonight.